Imagine being dropped into the heart of the wilderness, alone. You've watched the shows, read the books, you think you know what it takes. But here's a story you haven't heard. In 2006, a 29-year-old man named Dave Bushow went to the Utah desert to take a wilderness survival course. He was surrounded by experts, learning the skills. On day 2, just a short distance from a known water source, he died of dehydration on a survival course. This isn't an anomaly. It's a quiet truth that dismantles the very idea of a survival expert. The reality is, most wouldn't last 30 days. And the reason why has little to do with starting a fire. It begins with this single, silent predator: overconfidence. The belief that knowledge is the same as experience. Building a shelter on a sunny afternoon in your backyard is one thing. Building one when you're exhausted, hypothermic, and the sun is setting is another. Most fail not because they don't know how, but because they make critical amateur errors under pressure.
They build their shelter too large, making it impossible to heat with their own body warmth. Or they forget the most crucial rule: insulate yourself from the ground. The cold earth will suck the life out of you faster than the air ever could. They expend precious calories on a complex structure when a simple, quick lean-to would have saved their energy and maybe their life. Then comes the illusion of nature as a pantry. The forest seems abundant, but it's a minefield of deception. An expert might know that wild carrots are edible, but do they know with 100% certainty that what they're holding isn't its identical twin, poison hemlock? One bite is all it takes. And water, the very essence of life, becomes a gamble. You see a clear stream and desperation makes you want to drink. But that water could be teeming with microscopic parasites that will leave you debilitated within days. So you try to boil it, but the wood is damp and you can't get a fire going. Your filter clogs with silt. Your purification tablets make the water taste so foul you can barely keep it down. Each sip becomes a test of will. But the final and most formidable challenge isn't external, it's internal.
The physical hardship is just the opening act for the main event, the psychological breakdown of complete isolation. Humans are not built for solitude. After a few days, the silence stops being peaceful and becomes deafening. The mind, starved of contact, starts to play tricks. Paranoia sets in. Every rustle of leaves is a threat. Every shadow is a predator. Decision-making crumbles. A simple task like navigating by the sun becomes an insurmountable mental hurdle. This is the wall that no amount of training can fully prepare you for. It's the moment a person is no longer battling the wilderness, but battling themselves. Survival isn't a checklist of skills. It's a brutal test of mental resilience, humility, and the ability to adapt when every plan has failed. It's why seasoned sailor Stephen Callahan, adrift on a raft for 76 days, survived not just because of his knowledge, but because of his sheer will to endure. True survival begins when the expert dies, and the student, humbled by the vast and different power of nature, is all that's left. In the end, the question isn't whether you can make a fire. It's whether you can keep your own inner fire from being extinguished by the crushing weight of being truly and completely alone.